Yeah, nigga, whatever. Yeah, bitch, yeah, whatever. I never let my niggas down. Nah, I never put them choppers down. Hit your bitch when I come in town. She ain't never let a nigga down.
Let me show you how the game go. Shorty come when I say so. When I bust, I never aim low. Diamonds out, it's a light show.
Blog put a nigga business out. Knock him down, now switch him out. I got ops I don't know about. Stand on business, we don't talk about it.
Niggas saying they the real deal. Get caught, niggas still squill. Over dollars, niggas will kill. Niggas stay strapped with the steel.
We do real numbers, real shit, Benny Hunters. I take a nigga under. Watch 300, these the new Yeezy before they drop, yeah. Call them Dunders. Jay say I got the thunder. Yo, got it, yeah, I'm from the Yo, got it, he run around real killer. Hush guy, he ain't fuck no fuck niggas. Bitch, still with the stone on you little niggas. Niggas say they slaying, nobody dying though. Oh, if they working the floor, but what would they land for? Yeah, go dollar for dollar, shot for shot. We can go dollar for dollar. I'm scholarship got it. You gave a bitch a Birkin, I just gave her some nuts.
Money I got it, I get it a lot. Dollar for dollar, I'm spending the stock. I do this for niggas who don't even got. Nothing you doing is making me stop. Get in my way and I'm letting it pop. You and your crew, head off the top. I'm on the court, pass me the rock. Things hard and shoot up the clock. If you got numbers, my numbers is bigger. If you got guns, my guns is bigger. Fuck what you saying, we running the streets. Look in the eyes, you seeing them.
Shout out to my brother, Aiden Rayos in the building. What's good, brother? You know my number ain't changed. Holla at me sometime. Let me know what you got going on, man. Hit me in the inbox, man. I'm having a blessed day, man. Definitely am. You know what I mean? This track that you hear right now, Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? My brother Cannibal Blaze is featured on it, so I'm just sharing it with the world. You know what I'm saying? As make my way to the 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Had a rough start to the morning, but it's still a good start because the Lord allowed me to be here. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you to the Lord for allowing me to be here and giving me another day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna share a couple things, but rock out with the track with me right now. I see my brother Josh on the check-in, man. Peace to the God, born rich. You know what I'm saying? Been in the tunnel for the last couple of days, so coming back out, getting back on my toes. Like I said, man, just vibing on the way to work. You know what I'm saying? Um, there's a lot of things I want to talk about, a lot of things I want to touch, you know what I'm saying, but able just to talk about, you know what I'm saying, what we used to do, man. Ain't it beautiful what Colorado was building, man? I wish I could have played under that type of coaching staff, Deion Sanders, you know what I'm saying, Marshall Falk, Warren Sapp, you know what I'm saying, like, they with all this draft talking, man, if we don't take Shador, I'm going to be a little bit upset, you know what I mean? Definitely, I appreciate the safe drive, love, brother. Like I said, I had a challenging. I'm gonna stop saying rough, you know what I'm saying, because they say words is powerful, you know what I mean. So, um, I had a challenging start to the day, but I was still blessed, you know what I'm saying, because I'm allowed to be here, you know what I mean. So, when things become a little bit challenging now, um, I do things in reverse to how we used to do it with football. You understand what I'm saying? Um, and with football, when things got hard or aggressive, I would meet aggression with aggression. You know what I'm saying? It would bang out until one of us or one, either I or the situation was in submission. You know what I'm saying? And as we getting older, you know what I'm saying, that button still works. You know what I mean? And I found that out yesterday when I went to the gym. Went to the gym last night for the first time in a while, um, to get back on track. You know what I mean? And what I'm realizing is sometimes when things are not cooperating, you know what I'm saying? The best thing is not to hit it head on. It's just to kind of slow down, wait a second, take a step back, and make sure you're viewing it from the right aspects. Um, because if you don't, it becomes a chain reaction of, I don't want to say bad things or things probably not working out for you right away. So of course, you know what I'm saying, when I have a challenging morning, the first thing usually is to rush to where I gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta be a certain place at a certain time. Because right now, you know what I'm saying, even though Better Green Entertainment, you know what I'm saying, and shout out to everybody that's been supporting Better Green Entertainment music wise, you know what I'm saying, podcast wise, you know what I mean. There's gonna be more to come. The support It's crazy because sometimes it's just about sharing the word. Um, and sometimes when you look for validation through support, sometimes it will rock your world. You know what I'm saying? And Abel, we went through that too, as well when we was playing football with New York City. You know what I mean? Like a little more support. You know what I'm saying? How much better we could have been. A little more support. How much further we could have made it. And that's the type of thing that happens in the mind a lot. So when you wake up and you start having a challenging day, you know, the first thing I try to do, you know what I'm saying, and shout out to my brother Wiz is in the building. Hey Wiz, I sent you some more. I sent you something this morning. I don't know if you saw it, but you saw my who stabbed Gary. You know what I'm saying? I sent you that. um, when you're having a challenging moment, you know what I mean, in our mind we start to hold on to it and it drags through the whole day. Well, at least for me, because I'm the type of person I'm a fixer. If I feel like something is broke until I got it fixed, it's hard for me to focus on other things, and that's what I'm working on nowadays. You know what I mean? So as I as I realized I was having a challenging moment, I slowed down today. You know what I mean? So if the job is going to be upset with me, I'll deal with that when I get there. I spent more time talking to my daughters this morning, trying to let them know that our connection is bigger than a financial bill, bigger than it's something we're getting in trouble for because I don't. We work so much now that we don't see each other. You know what I mean? And the importance of what I'm saying, the roots of the tree, it kind of made us forget that. You know what I mean? And your roots is your immediate family, the ones that's there for you, the ones that send you the messages all day, and that's not always blood related. You know what I'm saying? Like family comes the ones that are there for you, the ones that are connected, the ones that are happy to see you when it's nothing, the ones that's for you in silence, but also standing up. You know what I mean? So that's that. This track is Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? My brother Cannibal Blaze on it. And I'm just spinning it just for the sake of spinning it. And I wanted to share, you know what I'm saying? Where we going, what we're doing, how we're getting there. Sometimes just sharing the word, you know what I'm saying, turns around that turmoil that you were just in. You know what I mean? Speaking to the right person, you know what I mean? And that's all I'm doing this morning. So I appreciate everybody that's on the check-in. You know what I'm saying? I'm making it do what it do. Renee and my brother's in the building. Another guy that, I've known for many years, and I'm so proud of him. Um, taking the journey of, you know what I'm saying, working with adults with disabilities and building his own company, you know what I'm saying, going back to school again, get his master's, you know what I mean? Sometimes, when you're looking for validation, you really don't gotta look that far if you got a good people around you. You know what I'm saying? And for the first time in my life, I'm realizing that I got some good people around me. It's not always about, and he said it's about doing the journey. And I agree with you, Hernan. It's definitely about doing the journey. And when you own the journey, sometimes it's easy to forget that. It's easy to forget that because sometimes you'll be out here working so hard that you forget what you're working for. Come on, keep 100 with me, man. Like none of y'all never just was out here like, damn, what am I working for? What am I doing? Where am I going? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pop out for 1 second. I'm gonna pump this gas real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm like most people, man. My budget ain't fully together. I gotta wait until Friday to get some gas. So while I'm getting this gas real quick, and like I said, I realize certain things are out of my control. I'd rather just teleport and be at work already. But sometimes you can't. Sometimes when you looking for validation, you miss the real one who is really there for you. That is a dime, and that's one of the things I'm here to say today is that the validation comes from within. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, when I play these tracks, when I look at the podcast, we're on episode 83 coming up next weekend. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I've been looking for from other people to say, hey, it's already happening right here in front of me. So I'm gonna let y'all rock out to this track while I go get some gas. And y'all tell me what y'all think of the track too. And I'll read your comments when I get back.
Yeah, nigga, whatever. Yeah, bitch, whatever. Yeah, I am. I never let my niggas down. I never put them choppers down. Hit your bitch when I come in town. She ain't never let a nigga down.
Let me show you how the game go. So you come when I say so. When I bust, I never aim low. Diamond out, it's a light show.
Blow, put the nigga business out. Knock him down and then switch him out. I got ops I don't know about. Stand on business, we don't talk about it.
Niggas saying they the real deal. Get caught, niggas still squeal. Overdose, niggas will kill. Niggas stay trapped, but you still.
We do real numbers, real shit. Been in hunters, I take a nigga under. Watch 300, these the new Yeezys before they drop, yeah. Call them dunders. Jay said I got the thumbs. Pray to God for the runners. Whole pandemic, all the things snow. It's like I missed the summer. Put it on my mama. Yo, got it, he a Hall of Fame drug dealers. Yo, got it, he run around real killers. Touch guy, he ain't find no fuck niggas. Big step with stone on you little niggas. Niggas say they flying, nobody dying though. Oh, you been working the floor, but what would they lying for? Yeah, go dollar for dollar, shot for shot. We can go thought if you thought it. I'm scholarship guy. You gave a bitch a burger, I just gave her some nuts.
Money, I got it, I get it a lot. Dollar for dollar, I'm spending a shot. I do this for niggas who don't even got. Nothing you doing is making me stop. Get in my way and I'm letting it pop. You and your crew, right off the top. I'm on the court, I stay the rock. James Harden, shoot up the clock. If you got numbers, my numbers is bigger. If you got guns, my guns is bigger. Fuck what you saying, we running the streets. Look in the eyes, you seeing the beast. It was the devil signing the heat. You already know we gon' eat. Nothing you saying is stopping this beast. Nothing you saying is stopping this beast. Ain't entertainment, niggas better know when the nigga is flaming.
All my aunts at the fair, y'all niggas sick, y'all niggas ill. All of my niggas united, just bought into DC United. Gave him the paint and he painted. 25 paints and he drank it. Just showed him my counter, she fainted. Showed him the plug and he thanked me. They gotta use all you jank. Little bitch just post me brains. Rolls for stains. Made my neighborhood famous. Ridge crystal tourists. Hey, why your jury blurry? All my jury's flawless. All my niggas dollars. None of my niggas sanctified. They be throwing crosses. All my boys is all set. All my damage battery set. Them little stairs that's downstairs. My bitch like the same sex, yeah. I see the same niggas doing the same shit every day. Shit every day. Different nigga, yeah, I have to go and make a way. Go and make a way. Any day, it's another $1 million play. It's like 70 million now, another 100 on the way.
Y'all can let me know what y'all think about the track, and you know, it ain't really. I just I got in the car and I just threw it on. And tell me when y'all hear that track, do y'all hear two rappers that y'all feel are past their prime and if they should stop doing music? Cause I heard something the other day on Facebook that I read. It said, you know, if you're over 40, you shouldn't be rapping no more. You should be doing jazz. You know what I'm saying? And I laughed at it, and I got a chuckle out of it. But then I also remembered, you know, for those guys that's over 40, in my opinion, you know, is they rapping to get on? Yeah. But some of us are still rapping because there were gaps in between where we could complete our story, and just completing the story is sometimes the main goal. You know what I mean? So are you biased because someone is out of touch and they sound old, or you just know how old they are, so you feel like they shouldn't be rapping? Shout out for the fires, Wiz. I appreciate that. Because I was with my brother for his birthday last week, and shout out to all the Pisces that's having birthdays. And I will say, even me, you know, when you are around the wrong things too much, watch how you spend your time. And just like my brother just said, learning what the journey is, teaching you to stay when you are teaching you to stay, you know what I'm saying, and focus on the goal. As you get older, sometimes we forget about the goal. Because we start falling into those holes of fear, settling for the complacency, settling to pay the bills, settling not to struggle, settling not to fall further down the line, you know what I mean, and really not knowing how far you've come, and that should ignite, you know what I'm saying, that courage inside of you to go after your goals. You know what I mean? Some of us don't even know what our goals is anymore because it's been a long time since we sat down and revised them. You know what I mean? And really checked where we are in this journey. You know what I'm saying? Or in your journey, however you want to put it. Um, Hold on, Wiz. Let me see. That's my brother, Hanan. Let me see if he still want to come on. Um, see if he's still here. He'll come on. I didn't see the come on button. But as I as I was with him, you know what I'm saying, he started playing some tracks, and I forgot because certain things I started to put on the shelf because I felt that my age dictated what I should be doing or where I should be going, what's important. Instead of deciding what's important to myself, what is it I still want to do that might not look attractive to everybody else. So when I hit this bump this morning, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know, do I got to prove to somebody else that I was breaking my neck to get to work and I didn't get there on time? Are they going to say something? Are they going to, is my evaluation going to be bad? You know what I'm saying? But was it worth that extra couple minutes spending with my family that I may not make it back home to see later on? You know, most of the time, because everybody's grown and everybody works, you know, minus my 15-year-old, you, you, you you barely see or hear from anyone. And then everybody has this thing because they see you on social media, they think it's the same connection. Social media is not the same connection as connecting with people. Y'all can stop me if y'all think I'm wrong, or tell me if I'm out of pocket with that. But maybe because I'm really from that era. I'm an 80s baby. I was outside. You know what I'm saying? And outside didn't just mean standing on the corner being a thug. How everybody try to play it now. Like if you outside, you catching bodies and going to jail and putting ass to belt, or you know the kids tell you now you can't say putting ass to belt. You gotta say PTA. You know what I'm saying? Or PAT. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Stop breaking all the words down. Talk. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? But being outside to me was connecting with people. You know, reaching out to others. You know, shaking the hand. We didn't worry about COVID coming up. We were drinking from the fire hydrant. What the fuck? You know, and it'd be a lot of times when these thoughts go through your head. You know, if you're not around people that can actually understand where you're coming from and speak to what you're speaking to and go to where you're going, it's like it falls on deaf ears. Especially with the younger generation, it seems like conversation is hard to have. Social media is only a blind picture of what is now not true. I agree. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like social media is, you know, a creative world. You know what I'm saying? It's a creative world. You know, nobody really knows really got all those hundreds in the back. You know what I'm saying? And then if you do, what are you doing with them besides showing them on social media? You know, so it's like I understand now, and I get mad at myself when I find out stuff at this age, and I'm like, how did I miss that? Most people, if their kids got to be to school by 8, they don't find a job to where they got to be in by 9:30, because they put their kids first. They put their family first. They put the ones that's in their circle first. You got to be to work at 8. My kid got to be to work at 8. Sometimes she just wants to ride to school with me. You drop her at school. So I didn't have that. So in turn, I didn't learn to value that, to put that in the forefront of my thoughts for when I was job searching, when I was thinking about careers, when I was thinking about life, when I was thinking about, you know what I'm saying, where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Small things like that, that we as we get older, it makes us feel like, damn, did I drop the ball? Am I where I'm supposed to be? Am I doing my journey? Am I on God's plan? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Drake got his ass whooped in the battle, but you know, he still said some shit. Is this God plan? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And sometimes, you know, the people around me that are not really of my tribe, they look at me like I'm crazy. Why is it so important to connect with people? Why is it so, you see them on social media? You know, I see you on social media. It's not the same. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's most of those, sometimes it's most of the times we are for the others and who is there for me. Yeah, that, you know, and believe it or not, it takes a strong person to not take that personal. It takes a strong person to not get bothered by that. They tell you to turn the other cheek, you know what I'm saying? Because whether it was, like I said, my brother Abel was on a minute ago, he'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? In 5 years, I had two partners with the football team. Shout out to Travis and shout out to Tone. We put our life and soul into that, and then people couldn't even show up for us. Better Green Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? My independent label. I put my life and soul into that. And people will look at me and be like, well, it ain't really nothing. But no, it's really a media company. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've grown. So I started off rapping, you know what I'm saying? I started off trying to get a group together, you know what I'm saying, fully loaded, you know what I'm saying? Once again, listening to some tracks that we have that we haven't even put out yet. You get caught up in the talent, but then with a lot of things, egos and perception, you know what I'm saying, ruin a lot of things. That's why contract and paperwork is very important, not just in music, but in goal setting, period, for what you're doing in life. You know what I'm saying? Mind yourself where you are in the process. And if things have changed, you got to change. But that, you feel a certain type of way because people will tell you in your face, like, yo, that's my guy, rooting for him, I'm loving for him, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, Z. But it don't show. It don't show. So even on my show when we was talking about, you know, strike or whatever we was trying to do, you know what I mean? And everybody, oh, we're gonna do this for one day. And I said, one day, what is one day gonna show us? Then I found somewhere else where they talk about, oh, we're supposed to do it for 40 days, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't done. And on my show, even for the last 2 years, and my brother Wiz up here, he can tell you if I'm telling the truth or not, and we have footage on film. You can go back and watch most of our shows where we invite black businesses to come and talk about what they got going on. We invite black businesses to show other options, not just black, but independent businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference between what we doing at Better Green Entertainment and iHeartRadio? It just sounds more familiar to you right now. More familiar. The New York Center, we wasn't far of being where we wanted to be on the football field, but we didn't have guys that fully committed to practice. We had dope uniforms. We had a great playbook. We had some great talented players, but we never could get that all together because we didn't have the commitment of practice. You know what I'm saying? Hernan was one of my first customers. You know what I'm saying? That when I put out my first album, you know what I'm saying? Like he bought a CD. That's right. Not just a digital copy. No, he bought a CD. That's support. You know what I'm saying? Right now, that money is in my case. You know what I'm saying? There's a picture somewhere. I got a picture of you. You know what I'm saying? Just purchasing it. You know what I mean? And it we are not supposed to follow that superficial thought that, you know, it's gonna be the ones that know you, that support you. It's gonna be the ones that know you. It's gonna be the familiar faces that got you to get you to the top. It's going to be a couple of those, and I appreciate all the ones that are familiar, all the ones that have been down, you know what I'm saying, as I evolved as an artist to a podcaster, you know what I'm saying, as I evolved from a father of one child to a father of three, as I evolved into being, you know what I'm saying, a more mature adult, you know, as the young kids say now, yo, you don't crash out, you don't crash out, you don't crash out. We used to watch the commercials coming up. We saw the crash dummies. We don't want to crash out. You see how they act? You see how they end? It never ends well for the crash dummy. It never ends well. You know what I'm saying? I remember when you sold and gave me your first CD. Yep, that's right. I just talked about that. I just talked about that. And it meant the world. You know what I'm saying? But I had people that I've known for over 20 years that haven't listened to a song. You know what I'm saying? Like, never put a dollar in it. You know what I mean? And it's not about the money. See, a lot of people like, oh, you're tired. You're up here bitching about the money. It's not about the money. But if you're not a self-creating person, and it's not a lot of those, and that's why I'm evolving to self-creating. You got to self-create your drive. You got to self-create, because see, I used to think that motivation or my feelings was tied to my motivation, and it's actually opposite. You got to break yourself out of your feelings, because if you let your feelings control everything that you do, now you see why you have less positive, motivating days. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning you're gonna have ups and downs and moments where you may not feel like doing something. You know what I'm saying? And I think Marshall Falk said this when he was talking to the Colorado Bucks. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have days when you don't want to do it. But what do you do in those moments when you don't want to do it? Do you still go out of your way to get it done? You know, if you really know that you put your best foot forward, you got to be okay with that. I can't choose, you know what I'm saying, the repercussions. I can only choose my actions. You know what I'm saying? So I might be late for my job today, but I might be right on time for myself. I wasn't always able to see that. Rush. I gotta get there. I gotta. Validation, you can give it to yourself. That's my talk point for today. Validation, you gotta give it to yourself. Not cockiness, not F the world, not I'm better than anybody else. But if you can legitimately say, because a week ago, 2 weeks ago, right? Busting my tail at work, and I got off late, and I was driving home. It was a bad rainstorm. Fog was all over. I had my high beams on and everything, and I still couldn't see the road well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw it. You know what I'm saying? I got a CDL, so they teach you a couple tricks when bad weather is X, Y, Z. Because we still had to move those box trucks. You know what I'm saying? And in bad weather, I was driving through certain mountain ranges. 1 minute it was nice. The next minute it was fucking snow. The next minute it was raining. So I drove through some crazy situations. Not that I was happy to do it, but once again, you got to make that money. So you thinking about, yo, I got to get this truck the way it got to go. So some crazy things out there when you truck driving. Now, I haven't done that in a while, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not even truck driving right now. But I say this to say this, right? There was a huge thing of water that I didn't see because it was just too dark. I wouldn't have seen it. And luckily, I'm the type of driver when I'm on the wheel, I'm really on the wheel, paying attention. So I'm doing like 50, 55, and out of nowhere, orders all over. You know what I'm saying? I'm nice on the wheel, not as far as like driving wise, like, but I mean, I got it gripped right. You know what I'm saying? And I drive a truck. You know what I'm saying? And once I realized what was happening, there wasn't a lot of maneuvers I could do. I was in it. And this is why I'm talking about when you're having bad moments, you're in it now. And the only thing you could do is try to survive it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you know what the other outcome is. So after I get through it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not thinking about the damage it did to my battery. I'm not thinking about the flood to the engine. First, I'm like, what the F? All I'm doing is trying to make this money and make it home. You know what I'm saying? My kids don't know that. My wife know it. I was thinking like, damn, my truck could have been that truck on the news that flipped over 15 times. I wasn't playing behind the wheel. I wasn't drunk driving, none of that. I was just trying to make it home from a double. Just trying to make it home. So I'm late for work today, but I ain't seen my family, you know what I'm saying, in a couple of days. So I had to talk to them before they went to school. You know what I'm saying? I had to say what's up before they went to work. Try to grab a hug. I celebrated once I got out of the water, not knowing that the damage was done to the car. You know what I'm saying? Flooded my fucking battery, cost me about 300. After I got off the highway, you know what I'm saying? Lights and stuff was going off. Those were eye-opening moments to slow down. Let's review where we at in our journey process, and let's see if I'm just living or am I enjoying the life that I'm living. It's two different things. A lot of us are just living. Sorry, I took the job over. A lot of us are just living. You know, a lot of us are just living. And as I started reflecting the last couple of weeks, got a lot to be proud about. A lot of things haven't been going the way I thought they would go. Learning that a thought hit me yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I had to bury one of my animals that I have for 24 years. And I was like, certain people just like, oh, get over it. It's an animal. It's true for some folks. That's like family. Me. And I said, wow, you know, my whole time I've been spending life, think about life is about saying hello, but life is really about learning how to say goodbye. How about that one? Life is really about learning how to say goodbye. Goodbye to friends, goodbye to non-supporters, goodbye to people that, you know, was once your friends that are now your enemies, goodbye to family members. It could be people that literally you was born with. You know what I'm saying? Literally, you even your damn twin, it could be your twin. That's another word they're using now that I really don't like. And I don't mean twin like my best friend. No. My best friend's my best friend. We used to use words to separate. Like twin back in the day was just really like your actual twin. It was a person that looked like you and felt like you. You know what I'm saying? That was a twin. That was a twin. So a lot of eye-opening moments that I've been going through and I've been learning the last couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? So validation comes from within. The small things matter. So I shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. That's a good example of how life is. And there are times that you are doing so much that you forget to pay attention to the small details. And I'm guilty of that. You know what I mean? And that's why I decided to go live today, because I keep saying what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do. And even though I'm locking a lot of things out, sometimes the other forces that drive us have nothing to do with what we love and appreciate. And you get to a point in your life where you ask yourself, because fear creeps in. When fear creeps in, should I be doing this? You know, should I really still have two jobs instead of trying to do a podcast? Should I really give up this music because they say, oh, he's 40 years old? Should I really, you know what I'm saying, be out here mixing and mingling with the young people? Should I really be trying to mentor these young kids? I'm not trying to mentor you because I think I know everything. No, it's far from it. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of education that, you know, hopefully you can make a better decision with your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, why we always got to go through turmoil to learn? Learning can be done by watching somebody else go through turmoil too. It don't have to be you all the time. You don't have to be the person that did 50 years. And that was another thing that I learned watching Dion, you know what I'm saying, the Colorado Buffs. Like I said, I like what they got going on. I follow Bucky, so y'all go and follow his channel if y'all haven't. But he showed the clip where they had Denzel Washington talking to the football players. You know what I mean? And I loved it because some of the stuff he said I would have never known that he did. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of, and not trying to toot my horn or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's be funny how you will assimilate with certain things. And now I think about Training Day a little bit different. I'm like, damn, how did Denzel play that role so well? You know what I'm saying? But then when he talked to the team the other day, he said, hey, man, I was on drugs. I sold drugs. I was around friends that died. I was around friends that went to prison. I was around, and that is common for a lot of us. You know what I mean? People that they think are squares, people that they think, you know, don't represent the community, people that we are trying to do different because we was around those environments. We know what it took away from us. We know what we lost. We know what it felt like. I know what it feels like to not have. So I always tried to, whether it was football, Better Green Entertainment, now I Access Radio, you know what I'm saying? Even at work, I always try to give what I can because I know how it feels not to have. You know what I'm saying? But I've also learned now through my evolution that the struggle is needed. And we have a lot of people that just wake up entitled now that this is just supposed to happen. Nothing is going to happen. You have to put in the work to have the goal, the success. You got to put in the work. You know what I mean? So one thing no one could never say about Ty, the gatekeeper, is that I don't put in the work. We put in the work. And when you put in the work, you pat your damn self on the back. Not in a cocky manner. Not in a, I'm bigger than the world. But I am in my world. You know what I'm saying? You can have your world and you sit and see the growth. And sometimes society is going to tell you that you're not what you are. And you got to remind yourself, I am what I am. I am being successful. If you truly are. Now, if you're not, don't lie to yourself. You know, you got a lot of liars out here now. Stop lying to yourself. If you haven't done nothing that you said you was going to do, you're lying to yourself. But if you started a project that you said you was going to start, congratulations. Like my man Hernan, you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen him grow, and I appreciate being around people like that have grown. My brother Wiz, that took me under the wing, you know what I'm saying? And always support everything that we got. Most of the people on my timeline, you know what I'm saying, I share their stuff, you know what I'm saying, not because of what, you know what I'm saying, I think I'm going to get out of it, because I'm proud that they do it. So whether it's the links, you know what I'm saying, whether it's my homegirl, Dot Vieira, Trey Line, Better Green Entertainment, you know what I'm saying, like, I can go on and on, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Skrilla Gambino, you know what I'm saying, his new record out. I'm glad I'm meeting these new people as well, because they haven't let anyone tell them that they age is a reason for why they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. The evolution, you know what I mean? And I bumped into somebody the other day, and they told me, really, for most people, life really starts at 40. It's something to think about. So when you thinking you too old, you know what I'm saying? It's two things you can't fake. What you don't know is what you don't know. So if you didn't know it, and that's something I used to beat myself up with a lot, like why didn't I know this? You know what I'm saying? I consider myself to be intelligent, but I'm still learning. But why didn't I know this? I could have done this different, and I could have done that different. Everybody in the world is going to feel like you could have done something different. But don't let that be the reason why you think you're not capable of change. You're not capable of achieving. You're not capable of celebrating what you've done already. You know what I mean? So with that being said, like I said, you know, this is Gatekeeper. You'll follow me on YouTube at Gatekeeper718. Behind the Enemy Lines podcast. We'll be back next Saturday, March 22nd, I believe. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's going to be a great show for y'all. Tug of War podcast, another one that I created. Shout out to Monte the God and Reggie King of Paddles. Y'all can check them out every first Saturday of the month. Um, Cannibal Blaze, look him up on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Change the World was his last album. Very dope album. BettyGreenEntertainment.com, BETTTERGREN Entertainment, all one word.com. If you want to hear music, I got my podcast up there, things that we're working on. I appreciate talking to y'all and everybody that's come across my life. I've learned something from, and I just being honest. Young, old, and indifferent. And today, like I said, I was late for work, but I was right on time for me. You know what I mean? And I hope that my family, you know what I'm saying, kids connect and understand why I want to connect with them, because we're learning how to say goodbye, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? We're learning how to say goodbye. So cherish the moments. Tell the ones that you love them. You know what I'm saying? Be there and be in tune with yourself. Validate yourself. All right? Let yourself know that I see you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Get healthy, whatever that consists of. I went to the gym yesterday. I didn't go crazy. It was day one. I remember times when I was in the gym 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? So find those outlets that's going to bring you joy and happiness. And shout out to everybody that I know that's independently chasing their dream and not giving up. And I see you. All right? The Gatekeeper, Behind the Enemy Lines, iAccess Radio, Better Green Entertainment. I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. So I might have these early morning talks, you know what I'm saying? Validate yourself. Peace.